Hey guys, Mr. Nichols here to tell you a little bit about the Getting to Know You CER activity that we're going to be doing. So, unfortunately, I didn't have enough time in our little individual breakout rooms to explain all of the details to you about this assignment. It's pretty straightforward, but I want to be very clear about what it's going to look like. So, first things first, you're going to access our documents by going into classwork. And then you're going to go down into Getting to Know You CER activity here. Now, one thing to keep in mind too, this is for my forensic science class. If you're logging in from my biology class, it's going to look the exact same, except instead of saying Introduction to Forensic Science here, it'll say Introduction to Biology. So you have access to these slides if you want to go ahead and take a look at them. I'm going to go ahead and just briefly talk through them here. So basically, I wanted to give you guys a chance to get to know each other a little bit, and then also to practice our specific structures for analyzing evidence. So this, if you took biology last year or a couple years ago, or if you're in biology right now, this is something that you probably heard of or will hear about here in the future. So what exactly is CER though? So a CER is a way to answer questions. So let's say, for example, we were trying to ask the question of what is the effect of horse color on horsefly attraction? So if we're trying to answer a question, we need to have some sort of evidence to back up our answer to that question, or else that answer doesn't really mean too much if it doesn't have evidence behind it. So if we were to make the claim, or our answer to this question that we are guessing would be correct, the claim here could be that horseflies are less attracted to white horses than dark horses. So that's a one-sentence answer to that particular question. Okay. Then we need to support that claim with evidence. So let's say that brown horses stay 2.2 times longer in a horsefly-free shady forest than white horses. Okay. And then obviously you guys could go ahead and read that there. So we have a specific numerical evidence. Now, oftentimes we will try to use quantitative or number values for our particular pieces of evidence, but using qualitative can be okay in many forensic science settings. For biology, we're going to definitely want to use quantitative. We're going to require that we use quantitative. And then the last section, the R in CER, is reasoning. And basically, that's just your explanation. So that's why you think that this evidence supports your claim. So the reasoning is the explanation of why the evidence supports your claim. So what you guys are going to be doing is you guys are going to be creating a slide with a series of 2 to 3 pictures that explains something about you, something that is unique, something that you like to do, and then you're going to come up with a question. So for today, part 1, that's all you're going to be doing. So if you look at these pictures, okay, these are 3 pictures of me and my wife in this picture. So the question that I came up with is what is Mr. Nichols' favorite thing to do in his free time? So if you look at all of these, you could probably guess that I like to run in my free time. I'm actually a distance runner, so I run half marathons and marathons, and that's what I like to do in my free time. So what the key here is that we're trying to create a question that can be answered by looking at those 2 to 3 pictures. So that's what you're going to be creating. So let's go back over this here and let's kind of think about this a little bit further. So again, all we're going to be doing initially is coming up with the pictures and then coming up with your question. Now, I'm actually going to pause so we can show you what you're going to do once you've made your slide, which if you look there, this is the slide that I've given you. You can just go ahead and add your question into this. So this is all you're going to do for part 1. So you're going to go through and you'll put your name in here. You'll add 2 to 3 pictures to this area, and then you'll create your question. And your question should be pretty clear. It should follow a specific theme based on your pictures that you choose. So then once you do that, you're going to need to change the settings to, I would change it to anyone with the link, to be honest. And then you want to change this from viewer to editor. So then you're going to go ahead and copy that link. And now we're going to go back to access our class document here. Okay. So this has some more instructions for what we're going to be doing for part 1. Okay. So this has all of your last names in it. And looks like someone's already finished that one there. That's great. So what you'll do then is you'll just find your last name and then you'll paste it into that section there. Okay. So you do not need to do anything past that for part 1. So that is going to be due by Friday at 8 a.m. Okay. So then for part 2, so we'll do this together in class on Friday, is I'm going to go ahead and assign you another student. So I'm going to put your last names in this column here. Okay. And then you're going to go and access this document, and then you're going to try and answer their question. So if we go back to this here, okay, so again, this means you'll stop. So you're not going to do this until Friday. So this part is going to be on Friday. So then you'll open up that document. You'll put in the person who's trying to answer the question right here. You'll copy down their research question right here. And then you're going to use their images and explain what the evidence is to support your answer to their question. So I don't really care about how complex these questions are, but I do care about you following this structure here. Okay, so you've got your research question, which would be right here. You can just copy that right there. You're going to write in some evidence based on those pictures that support your answer to that question. And then you'll explain why the evidence supports your claim. So why the pictures support your answer to the question. Okay. And then I'd also like you to come up with what's another question that you would ask this person who you are kind of checking. What's another question that you would ask them about themselves based on those pictures? So what's a follow-up question to ask? Okay. And that's it. So you don't need to post this anywhere. It's automatically in this document. And that would be it then. So if you have any questions with that, please feel free to reach out. The finishing of this slide is going to be due Sunday by 11:59 p.m. So completing this slide, completing your personal individual slide is going to be due Friday by 8 a.m. Completing this slide for your partner is going to be on Sunday by 11:59 p.m. Okay, so again, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out and I'd be happy to help you. So hope you all have a great day and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.